Welcome to Grid 654, and thanks for attending this hybrid summer class. I hope you find it interesting and enjoyable. I'm Tom Coughlin, your teacher. First off, if you haven't read the syllabus yet, please spend about 10 minutes reading it today. It's inside this week's document collection. The first thing I'll mention is our textbook, which is Empowering Online Learning, 100 plus activities for reading, reflecting, displaying, and doing by Bonk and Zhang, published by Wiley, 2008. There will be other readings that will be required at various points during the class that will be supplied to you as our weeks go by. We will be using the ADDIE model to analyze, design, and develop our assignments for this class. If you're unfamiliar with the ADDIE model or you want to learn more about it, I've included some resources in this week's lesson to provide a quick review. To give you a synopsis of our course, students will be working on one important project over the duration of the term. The students will need to design and build an instructional unit. Now, this one project is broken into two parts and is called Instructional Project 1 and Instructional Project 2 on the syllabus. Instructional Project 1 is the first stage of building your instructional unit. This includes developing the analysis and design documentation. Instructional Project 2 involves taking what was developed in Project 1 and developing a proposal and prototype of your instructional project. In ADDIE terms, the second proposal should be sufficient for us to conduct a sample instruction. That's the stage in the ADDIE model where designers assemble all of their designs, sketches, outlines, and storyboard and try them out for the first time on volunteers who are unfamiliar with the design project. You don't need a finished LMS or multimedia platform to conduct a sample instruction. Representations, models, and samples of finished material is sufficient for conducting formative evaluation at this point in the design process. For the first project stage, that is the ADDIE analysis and design stages, students will work independently. I've created some templates and documents for you to follow to make this process easy and expeditious. In a few weeks, we'll advance these ideas to the second project stage where the design steps are refined and the first development work is done. For the second phase of this project, students are invited to work together as a team if they wish. Besides working with ADDIE, we're going to be looking at and implementing Curtis Bonk's R2D2, reading, reflecting, displaying, and doing, R2D2. The R2D2 approach to creating asynchronous instruction. Our textbook will provide you with ideas and guidance on using R2D2. The best way to describe the book is to call it a cookbook. It contains 100 recipes for activities that you will need to add to your instructional unit that you are designing to make that course more effective, engaging, and rewarding for all of your students. We have done some reading and video, we will be doing some reading and video watching assignments this week, and also a short but critical assignment where you have to identify an instructional problem that you want to solve with your course project this term. I'm going to be doing a project alongside of you, and I can tell you right now what my project is. I'll be designing a public health education program to reduce the incidence of Legionnaire's disease. A few hundred people are killed every year, every summer, by it. It's caused by bacteria that grows in improperly serviced commercial air conditioners and home tubs and spas. My challenge as an instructional designer is to develop an easily transferred set of materials for a population of thousands of learners who run air conditioners and take care of spas and hot tubs. I may use web platforms, radio, TV, public service announcements, stickers, pens, personal appearances, etc. as part of my media mix. This project idea is definitely asynchronous education, as the teachers and the students are not going to have any communication. There will probably be some use of learning management systems, but it probably won't be used much. Now, as for your courses, I need to ask you not to limit yourself to teaching only higher education students. Also, don't just consider courses that would run exclusively on an LMS. There is a wide spectrum of instructional design techniques that just don't work on learning management systems. Well, yet anyway, maybe in the future. For our class, it's better to keep our options open as much as possible and choose our methods considering not only expedience, but appropriateness.